the ultimate soccer show. Join me, listen, you'll love it. Everybody does.
Hey guys, Chelsea 0, Fulham 0 at Stamford Bridge, an all South-West London derby in the city of London. Well, this game really did go the way I thought it was going to go. Look at Chelsea's form all season. Not very good. Not very good at all when you consider that Chelsea should be in the top four and they're dwindling mid-table. It could get worse for Chelsea, even though they've spent all this money. We're going to talk about Enzo Fernandez in a little while and also Mykhailo Mudryk in a little while too. We're going to give you the feedback on those two guys from today. In case you're wondering, Fulham actually did put in a big shift all the way through this game, and Chelsea did not dominate at all. In fact, you would have said that Fulham really did edge this game and should be unlucky not to have walked away with more than just a point. They had chances and even shooting from inside their own half and nearly catching Kepa out in goal. I tell you, fantastic Fulham did a brilliant job, and Marco Silva is definitely going to keep Fulham in this league and definitely looking to build for next season too. It's a great story with Fulham, but with Chelsea, let's just stay there for the time being. The game itself, 50-50 battle. I tell you what, both teams were stuck in midfield. It was a midfield battle of attrition. Nobody shaded it. Nobody edged it. A lot of, I would say, touchy tackles, a lot of angry faces and frustration throughout the game on both teams. But you have to say Fulham is a team. And this is where the game starts and finishes for today, because Fulham came to Stamford Bridge with a team and a team of players and a squad that's working together. They're a team. Now, either side of me, we got two great individuals for the Chelsea team, but that epitomizes what Chelsea's all about right now. They literally are a team of individuals. They're not performing like a team of team players. They're performing like a team of individuals. Hence, when it does happen for Potter and Chelsea and the fans at Stamford Bridge, it's individual plays that are making it happen. You've got to look at the rest of the season for them to start to become a team, or get rid of Potter and change it up. And I'd say you're probably going to be stuck with Potter till the end of the year and then change it up in the summer. I cannot understand, as Bowley has so much patience with his coach, but he has no patience with the players. On the game itself, like I say, Fulham can feel a little adjourned that they're not going away with 3 points. Chelsea can feel quite happy to have a point. And you have to say, the fans at the end of the game were not in good voice, you should say. There's a few boos going on. There's a lot of whistling going on right through the game, directed at Chelsea from Chelsea fans. And you have to say the Fulham fans were vocal, very loud inside of Stamford Bridge, and did their team proudly by supporting them for the 90 minutes plus, even singing to Chelsea fans and Chelsea players and maybe Mr. Bowley, "What a waste of money, what a waste of money." You could hear that, both halves from the Fulham fans directed at the Chelsea. Now, does this make Graham Potter and Bowley feel like they've really closed the deal with Enzo and Mudryk? I don't know. I think it's much of the same. And I think, quite personally, Enzo and Mykhailo should not have even been introduced into the Chelsea squad, because I don't think they're going to change it that much. In this game, Mudryk didn't really favour too well. And in this game, Enzo was the star of the two. Let's take a look at both of those players as we go through. But on the day, man of the match was Tete from Fulham. And you have to say, he was everywhere in defence. And Fulham really played a fantastic game. At the end of the day, Fulham really did deserve more than just the draw. And Chelsea are clinging on to this reputation of being a big team. They got some massive players, but Mr. Bowley, stop interfering with the coaching staff. Stop interfering with the TDs, the technical directors, and let people do their jobs. The money that you've spent, the pressure that you're putting on the Chelsea squad, you're going to ruin the brew. You got a lot of big egos and a lot of big players in the Chelsea squad and on the team. And all you're doing, Mr. Bowley, is ruining what you paid for in the beginning. You're actually making Chelsea a worse club. Stay away from business. Spend your money when the people in the know, your TDs, your technical directors, your coaching stuff, ask you for certain players. They direct you to a player that they've actually found that they want to pay for and bring to the club, and then drop the checkbook. But for you to think that you know about soccer players and you know about soccer and you know about what teams have got what players you need, I think that's really stretching it. So, Mr. Bowley, do yourself a favour, do Chelsea fans a favour, and stop messing up this squad. Admittedly, Enzo and admittedly, Mikhailo are decent players. We can talk about other players that you've recently bought too. We're not going to go there. We're going to stick to the simplicity of stop messing the brew. Too many fingers are in the pie, Mr. Bowley. Get your fingers out of the pie and let the guys do the job. Now, let's take a look at Enzo Fernandez on the day, yeah? Most expensive player in British football, most expensive player in the English game, £106 million. And I have to say, although he's a decent player, and although he is a World Cup winner, and although he played a top decent game as a defensive midfielder for Chelsea today, why did you buy him? Has he really changed Chelsea's fortunes? Is he really going to make Chelsea a much better team? Did you really need to spend that money? And that amount of money? I think you probably could have got a couple of players for that money and had a backup for one position, two players. Now you've got this one guy for one position. When he gets injured, that's going to heap some pressure on Potter. Graham Potter did not have a word in this on buying Fernandes or Mudryk. And your coaches really should be in the decision-making when you're bringing in players to a club. I mean, let's face it. It's the coach who gets the team to flow and the team identify with the coach. And the team is actually a visual of what the coach wants his team to play as or like. The coach is the be-end and the be-all of the coaching, not your owner. But anyway, Enzo, great in the tackle today. Nice distribution with releasing Chelsea on the offense. As soon as he wins the ball, he's looking to get it forward, and he had some great passing through this game. Some of the passes were at least 35 to 45 yards on your toe, perfection. And Chelsea still couldn't take that and keep moving forward and capitalize on it. And I saw Fernandes shake his head as if to say, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I saw that quite a few times. I don't know that Enzo has really found the club of his dreams, but he's where he is right now. He's getting paid a lot of money. Most expensive player in the UK right now, playing for Chelsea. I like what he brings. I like his simplicity in the game. I like his attitude, and I like his awareness. But again, I'm going to say this. I don't know that he's going to change Chelsea's fortunes. He's a very good player. But is he really worth £106 million? I think personally he's probably worth about 50 to 55, and that Chelsea's well overpaid for a player that Benfica have made a lot of money on it. Check this out. Benfica bought young Fernandes 7 months ago for close to £18 million. They just sold him for £106 million. That's close to £90 million for a player they only had for 7 months. Great business, Benfica, but Chelsea, you're telling everybody you like paying over the top and you like paying double money. And eventually, you're going to be supporting European football English clubs. Let's take a look at Mikhailo Mudryk. Okay, talking about Mikhailo Mudryk. He had a very, very decent first half. Then in the second half, he really wasn't in the play. Chelsea are not using this guy effectively. They've got him on the wide side. He has sparing amount of ball play. People are passing to him, but they're passing in the wrong places. And he's a guy that can start or finish the move, but he's not in the middle of the play. And some of the passes that Mudryk actually pushed off for Havertz to run onto, he's thinking way faster than Havertz ever can do. Thus, so many balls went through the defence from Fulham, from Mudryk's toe, which were great passes, but guys on his team weren't quick enough or fast enough to read what he was thinking and how to get in behind Fulham's defence. On the day, great touches, great play, didn't cough anything up. He's got great speed, but I really think Chelsea need to put him central. I think he offers more when he's able to play the whole field and go left and right. Right now, you've got him tucked on that left side of the field. And I think sometimes when you put someone in a little amount of space and you put them in a box, you really limitate the other side of that play because he's a left-right player. He's got speed. 36 kilometers an hour was clocked on the field today against Fulham. 36 kilometers an hour. He's got great speed. So let's put him central and let him start and play the forward moves for Chelsea, because out on that left side, son, I tell you, you're lost. You need to be in the game all the time, and let's have some creativity from him, not just put him wide and have the cross come in or the one-touch play, because he offers you more than that. But again, he had a decent game. He's definitely good enough to wear the Chelsea shirt. He's definitely big enough to be in the Premier League. I think we're going to see more of him in the next 2 to 3 games once he's really settled at Chelsea, because let's face it, he's still new. But again, Chelsea, you're sticking him into such a slot that he's not going to do it for you. And if he is going to go wide, then it's when you're going on the offense on a blitz attack from counter defense into offense straight away. So Mudryk on the day, I like what he brings. I love his touch play. I love his attitude. He's got a great touch about him. Don't kid yourself. And he's got a great awareness. But he's got to be in the game. And Chelsea did not factor with him in this game, either the first or the second half. So I'm looking for Graham Potter to change it up. If not, I'm looking for Chelsea to change up Graham Potter, because the amount of talent on this Chelsea team, any average coach could get this club winning. And if Jose Mourinho is coming back in the summertime, wow, what an assembly of players he's got. And I think Mourinho could be the guy to turn it on again. Is he coming back for the 3rd time? You never know. But that's just what we're talking about. So for the day, Chelsea 0-0 on the day. Mudryk played pretty decent. Enzo Fernandez played even better and had a great defensive midfielder on the day, and also could get you going forward as well. But Chelsea's got troubles, and Fulham are looking good for the rest of the season. And 10 years ago, you would never have thought that Fulham could go to Chelsea and even hope to get a point, let alone beat Chelsea a couple of weeks ago at home at Fulham. So Chelsea couldn't get a win out of Fulham in 2 games. Fulham gets a win and a draw on the season, and with a bit of luck, with a win on the road, they would have done the double over Chelsea. Okay, moving on to the next show, guys. We're going to be talking about derbies, Derby Day specials. This was a Derby Day. It was a Derby Day special, and Fulham have one-upped Chelsea on the year. So big up to Fulham. Come on, you Blues. Let's have something better next time. And Mudryk and Fernandez, they're still settling in. But I say again, did Chelsea need to spend that money? Have these acquisitions changed Chelsea's fortunes? Will they make Chelsea a better club? And can they get into the top 4 this season? I say not a chance. Okay, guys, keep it here. Next up, we're going to go through the derbies. You're going to love that. But have a great day. Enjoy what we've got here and come back for more. Cheers.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.